Hello out there and moin moin. Thanks for watching my new video. Whatever brought you to the collector's business is usually something that triggers your interest. Something that makes you feel, holy cow, I gotta have this one. I need that watch. Or anything else that makes your eyes sparkling with joy. Well, and for me it's pistols and revolvers. Okay, we are in Germany, so only airsoft. And since I was a child, watches bearing some kind of a speciality. My first experience of this kind back in the early 80s was a Seiko Kinetic. Unfortunately, it didn't last very long, and afterwards I followed the mainstream with some swatches and the Timex Ironman when I was a bit more sporty. Then in the 90s I went for the Citizen ProMaster EcoDrive. It had everything I was dreaming of that time, including solar, radio, and even a decent water resistance. It was a great watch, however, I managed to get a big nasty scratch on the display quite quickly. I think I paid over 300 euros that time, and based on the lessons learned with a scratch on the mineral glass or hardlex, or however they call it, one of my golden rules has been cemented. Never again I buy a watch without sapphire glass. And now the whole topic about value for money or what is the biggest bang for the buck. I think that is very subjective and I can only answer that for myself. My sweet spot for a watch is no more than 200 euros. A little side note to rule number 2. When I did my first purchase at AliExpress for the No Time to Die homage from Felida, it came in at 198 euros. So I stayed below the 200 euro mark, but when I received it, there was an extra charge of over 30 euros for customs. And that created rule number 3. For AliExpress purchases, stay below 150 euros, because then there won't be any extra charges for customs. Last but not least, I'm looking for some variation. So not only the divers I like so much, but all the other kinds as well. However, no quartz, because a simple battery-driven quartz movement is not my cup of tea. And now, let's get into action. For simplicity reasons, I'm not telling you all the detailed dimensions, but you could refer to my wrist size of 18 centimeters or 7.1 inches. Okay, starting off with the Cadison here. It's a Royal Oak homage, but with a different display though. It looks like schist, and the solid bracelet nearly reminds me of tank tracks. This is a Baltony Chrono with a mega quartz. It's gorgeous, and because it's not too big, it would fit smaller wrists as well. I bought this Guanjin diver because of the beautiful green dial. In addition, it has a huge magnification of the date complication. This is one of my favorites. The No Time to Die Seamaster homage from Felida, here with a PT5000 movement. This is a military field watch from Suez called Gustav Becker. It's rather big, but just beautiful. Here comes my favorite diver. The Cestrian is, as far as I know, made in UK. It's very nicely built and it has a crazy good lume on it. This is the Edifice line from Casio, a solar-driven chrono, which is pretty nice, but the bracelet and especially the clasp could have been done a bit better, but maybe not for that budget price. A nice and colorful diver from Berne here with a date complication, and with a second crown you can rotate the inner bezel. This is the Casio lineage, charged by solar and driven by a multi-band radio controller. I just replaced the bracelet with this leather one and it's an overall fantastic watch now. This is a watch from a company De Meersen. I haven't heard of them before, but I just wanted to check how far down could I go with the price for a standard diver. I got this one for 51 euros. And here we go with another diver from Felida. It has a beautiful blue dial and claims a water resistance of 500 meters. No design price again, because this time they are homaging the planet Ocean. And last but not least in my box is this Pagani design dress watch. I think it looks a bit like the Portugieser, but they did a nice job even showing a charging meter on the 3 o'clock. So, if any of these watches caught your eye, here's the info where I got them from and at what price. Please be aware that you might see different prices looking them up now. As I said at the beginning, I bought some of the recent picks heavily discounted at the AliExpress anniversary sales back in March. Now, before I wrap up my little video, let me share with you some analytics I have done for the automatic movements. As you can see, and what could be expected for this price range, there are a lot of NH35s in it. Actually, I thought that at least the NH35s would somewhat behave the same, putting them in the 6 different positions on the time grapher. I'm not sure what you are seeing here, but there are a lot of different ups and downs. Probably still a valid statement to say that in the face-up position, it runs the fastest. Likely because then there's the least friction in the movement. Bottom line is though, you may put your watch at night into whatever position makes most sense to counterbalance the too fast or too slow over the day. Okay, and that's the end of my new video. I would appreciate a thumbs up if you like what you saw. Maybe you got some inspiration for your next new watch. As always, stay safe and have a fantastic day.